next super exciting episode of the Between Cast Fishing Podcast. I am your host, Colin, with your other host, Luke.
Howdy.
What's going on today, bud?
It's been a good night.
Been a good day. What happened? What'd you do today?
Well, I'm a plumber, so not much. Just kind of keeping up with the bass tournament down there on Lake Martin. Trying to keep up with the World Bass Enterprises, which we'll talk about later. Interesting storyline we got going on there. But other than that, not too much. Trying to put the kids to bed, and here we are.
So, how long does that normally take as a guy looking forward into the next few years of maybe having kids? Like, what's that process?
Well, I think it's a total ratio, right? Like, so I have two. So it's hard to say because you could double down and say it could be twice as hard. But I'm lucky that I have a little one that, when dad says it's good time for bed, buddy usually goes to bed. Oldest one, not so much. He's a little bit softer, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And just want some snuggles, and hey, I can get behind that now, you know. And it would say usually about an hour to get both of them back, you know, between JAMAs, brushing teeth, and good night.
So usually for me, it's about 6 seconds. Brush the teeth, hit the pillow, done. Done, dude.
2 minutes now.
Dude, 2 minutes, dude. Happy birthday twice. Is that washing your hands? One of them. All right, so you've been doing a little bit of a research project. Tell me about it.
Just a little dabbling about and get into World Bass.
Sure. You want to get into something else?
Whatever you want, brother. I'm an open book tonight. Let's just do it.
All right.
World Bass Enterprises. Let me tell you, the biggest thing we've seen in bass fishing since ever. It's the biggest purse for first place that we've ever seen. Got this old boy down in Texas that's just throwing the hammer down, apparently. Tournament's going to be... So it's going to be practically the Super Bowl bass fishing, as they are marketing this thing. And it's going to be on Old Hickory Lake in Tennessee, which, you know, Old Hickory Lake / Sabine River. Thanks. And we're going to see where this thing goes. It's going to be a total circus down there.
So my understanding is the idea is to get the guys from the MLF and the guys from Bass to actually fish against each other in one Super Bowl type tournament.
Yeah, and man, I love the idea because it's going to crown a true champion. So the top 25 from Bass in the point standings, and the winner of every event throughout the year, and the top 25 from MLF, and the winner from every event throughout the year are going to face each other in practically the Super Bowl of bass fishing. So
Would you say that we already have a Super Bowl of bass fishing, and that would be the Classic?
What a debate. Listen, it's every bass fisherman's dream to step in. Every bass fisherman's dream is to want to fish in the Classic, right? Like, who doesn't go to bed at night thinking about fishing in the Classic? Like, it's it's what we all I say we all, but a lot of us or people that can't stop thinking about this fish just dream of, right? And
Yeah.
I'm down with it. But I love the idea of just this battering ram. I want 25 and 25. What the elites have, what, 9 events? I don't know what MLF has. BT.
Yeah. I think they're about the same. They have pretty comparable schedules.
So, you're a rough estimate. They're going to have live performers and fireworks, and it's I
So
I can't wait to see it.
here's my thought. I feel like in bass fishing, we are constantly trying to replicate what we already have, right? And we used to have was BASS and FLW, right?
Right.
And then BASS, FLW gets bought out and basically just disintegrated, and it becomes MLF. And now we have BASS, MLF, and NPFL, right? And I don't think people realize how hard it is to run one of these professional type trails. It's a on one end, it's a huge business, right? Like at the end of the day, these trails, they're not just like, oh, show up and fish. No, they're businesses.
They're productions.
Productions, yeah. Right? Exactly. Sure. You know,
sure.
And
it's a full show,
right? And I feel like I'm just constantly seeing it of just like, we can do it better, we can do it better, we can do it better, and I don't think most people can.
I don't think this is most people.
I think he's got I think he has I'm not going to say it's a very unique idea. I think a lot of people have wanted to see this for a long time, ever since the split. People have talked about who really is the best, right? Because you have a Red Crest champion, you have a classic champion, you have the NPFL champion, right? So who really is the best fisherman in the world? Some guy from Japan we've never heard of.
Hey.
Right?
Watch out now. You know how I am on that JDM stuff, man. I love it. But it's so interesting to me because this hasn't been thought of. I'm not going to say it hasn't been thought of. It's been thought of, but it hasn't been able to be, I'm going to say it again, in production again since, back in the day when the purse was $1 million, but like $1 million was for the whole field, right?
Right.
This is 1.25 to the first place guy.
Right. Big, huge money.
Purse.
Right.
Like,
it's huge money.
We've never seen this.
I'm just curious why, and I don't think this is a question we're going to answer on this show with anybody we know.
No.
But why, if you're Bass and you're MLF, why haven't you guys come to some sort of agreement that says, we're going to do this? Right? Like, to me, it's profitable. I could say something
that's probably not too appropriate for podcasts and our listeners, but there's some major egos in play here, I think.
Yeah.
And, just listening, hear me out, because I listen to a lot of fishing podcasts, man, and I listen to LBL quite often. I'm going to throw a little shout out to Luke Duncan. Like, he's the man, straight up. Between him and BTL, two best fishing podcasts on earth, hands down. Don't care who you are. You can make the agreement. I don't care. But anyway, he had the tournament director for World Bass Enterprises on. I think his name is Mr. Bird.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm blanking out right now.
No, it's
I should have done my homework. But anyway,
yeah.
And the way he presented himself and the way he talked in that pod, it really led me to believe that this guy is living behind. He's behind something, right? He has a love for what we love, and he wants this sport to grow. And I love that. I really do.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the kind of whole like the PGA live split, like when the guys should right.
Yeah, yes and no, because I think the PGA and live thing is the BASS and Bass Pro Tour deal. I think that's it.
Sure.
But I think he's the new guy. He's a guy that grew up fishing in Texas. I mean, I don't want to kill everyone's story, but go listen to LBL, please. And that was an amazing podcast, like really informative. And he's this guy who grew up in Texas, and he got with a guide, and he just kind of fell in love with the upper tier of the sport, I would say. So like he started, like we all started, fishing with his grandpa, fishing with his dad, and then he got with a guide, and he's like, oh, whew, here we are. Like, this is an actual business. Let's get rolling. Yeah. And he's got investors. The dude's got some coin. Like,
yeah,
if he can make this happen, it's going to be.
Do you think this is kind of like, he's like the Dana White of bass fishing? Like that's kind of what I'm seeing, right? Like I'm seeing a lot of this of guys that are just like have some financial backing, whether that is themselves or some sponsors, and are able to create production value based on like I think I find it's crazy that we've been going this long now since the split and this hasn't happened. Like I think there's so much money for these guys for it to be made here that I'm just curious why. And like I get ego, but everybody can put their ego down for $1 million, couple $1 million in their pocket. Like at the end of the day, like everyone loves getting paid. So
yeah,
I think there's a hiccup there. There's something behind the scenes that makes this very difficult. And I don't know if it's logistics. I don't know if it's the fact that you need to have like cinematic production. Like that whole back end of it is very expensive and very laborious.
I think
I'm curious.
One of the things that makes it real for me, at least, is that one of the first anglers to be tied in with this thing was Jacob Wheeler. Okay. Gigantic name. Can we all?
Sure.
Can we just all agree on?
Yeah.
Jacob Wheeler's arguably one, if not the best, one of the best bass fishermen in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's sticking his name behind it. Saw the video. And that says something to me.
That's, to me, the guy that's likely to win the tournament.
There's another sneak inside that little roster if you go look online. Mr.
What is it?
Drew, I got the gills, Mr. Gill.
Right. I mean, it'll be, if it's the top 25 from each of those, it's all hammers.
Beat your brains in. Good.
Yeah. So you can't argue that. I mean, it is the the best of the best in that year, right? If they're going to take the 25 from 25 this year, right? It's 25, 25. Great. That in any given year,
Yeah.
you know, do you throw in a legend exemption, right? And you start going and saying
little spin off. I love that Bass is doing the split, right? The coin flop. And can we just look at the results from the last tournament, right? It was, I forget what it was, like 12 in the top 50 were, can we label scopers, right? 12 guys in the top 50 ish, whatever. It's up for debate, right? But guess who's in the top 10 again?
Trey.
Mr. Trey McKinney, bro. Everyone's doubting this dude.
He's just good.
He is just a fish, man.
Yeah.
He lives with the fish. And I love that for him because he was doubted.
Yeah, it's a good story.
I think he made a mistake early.
Yeah.
And he's done nothing but beat their heads in the whole time.
Right. I'm going to come out and say it first. I was initially not a huge Trey McKinney guy.
I know.
Right?
Yeah. As a lot of people were.
Right? And I want to apologize. Right? Because I think I judged somebody based on his... Not as a fisherman, I judged him based on how he looked on TV and how he acted and some other things that were going on, right? And I sat down and realized that was an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, man.
Right? So you're going to watch a kid mature on television.
For sure.
Right? And in a very spotlighted sport where like you do one little thing, man, and you got people down your throat. And I never had a problem with the fishing. You know, like you either catch them or you don't. It's that simple, right? You can make every excuse in the book of why you didn't, but you either catch them consistently or you don't.
Put up or shut up.
But right, sure. And the past few years, especially last year, like coming into this year, go off, dude. Like, it's hard arguing. It's hard saying anything to me. He's running with the big boys, you know, and he's gonna have probably some maturity days. But it's like any of these sports, man. It's young kids. That's all they are. You got to give them some grace.
a serious on a not on a serious note, but on a real note, I think. Sorry, Siri just popped up in the top. Look where he grew up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Look where Trey McKinney grew up. Look where Jacob Wheeler grew up.
Trey's he's an Arkansas kid, right? Oh, he's a Midwest kid.
Southern Illinois, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Birthday, 2005.
Insane. Totally insane.
Yep.
Where's Jacob Wheeler from?
I always thought he was a Alabama guy. Tennessee boy.
He's from Illinois.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Both cut their teeth in Illinois. Not saying there's correlation, but...
No correlation, but causation.
Exactly, man. And I just... I'm just going to lead off of this. We can continue and go on somewhere else because this is just kind of getting jacked out at this point.
In
but
the weeds.
yeah, I'm just gonna start getting silly, but I can't wait to see these guys just get after it.
Yeah. I think it's just like you said, right? I'm shocked it took this long, 100%. I have a hard time with it being the Super Bowl. Like to me, it's just like I feel like we're constantly doing this thing where it's like alternate this, alternate that, right? Oh, this is better. This is better. Even like the classic has been around longer than most of the other like big time trails have been combined, right? Like it's the original Super Bowl of bass fishing.
But
right? I think this is more of a Pro Bowl. You argue maybe it's the Pro Bowl.
Not anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, like they're all so
Pro
good.
Bowl now is
Flag football.
I'm the type to show me until you can't, right? Like, I need to talk about it. Let's put everything out there, but show me, and then I won't believe it.
Yeah. No, listen. I will watch it. You got
me. Right. We got performers. Right? We got like top 25, top 50 music artists in the world performing at this thing. He was talking about maybe Bill Dance shooting off a cannon at Blast Off.
What?
Come on. Yeah, dude. Come on.
Okay, so he's trying to pull more of the outside people into the sport.
You're pulling everybody into this sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's the whole Bad Bunny thing in the halftime Super Bowl this year. They're trying to pull an international audience, right?
Listen, we're a small group, right? We are a small group. At the end of the day, bass fishing is a very niche group of us weirdos, and we try thinking. So how I think of it is, we try thinking like a fish, right?
Sure.
All these other sports, football, soccer, hockey, name it. They try thinking like other competitors.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And a lot of people can't get behind this, man. I'm just going to put that out there. And more eyes on our sport. I say our sport in a broad statement. The better, dude. More eyes, the better. And
sure,
if you're gonna pull performers in, and it's apparently, gosh, they got a cannon that they're gonna shoot off at Blast Off, and they're gonna make it a whole production every day. Like, let's go. Come on.
I hope it's entertaining. And I hope it works. Anything that we can do to, I guess we always talk about grow the sport. I don't think it's realistic to think that bass fishing is ever going to be like baseball, football, soccer. I think it is, I think it has grown exponentially over the past few years compared to what it has been. And I think a lot of that is thanks to the live streaming, the YouTube, COVID, right? People in their house watching YouTube.
Negative media as well.
What do you mean?
I think a lot of it has to do with button heads.
Oh, you create some drama.
Yes.
Right. You got the showmanship, right? Yeah. It's this
part, but
right.
Whatever.
It's why the Housewives of whatever people watch it.
New Jersey.
right? Like it's the drama, man. It keeps people. You can't like you might hate the show, right? But you scramble through it or whatever, and it's on, and you do. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like you get
You're
sucked
dialed
in,
in.
right? So listen, yeah, I could personally probably go without the entertainment and all that. I'm down with the cannon. Bill dance with a cannon
Shotgun
sounds
blast
great.
off, baby. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, well, yeah, shotgun. The problem with shotgun now is the boats go a lot faster than they did in
Well, he's going to
1960.
separate it. It's like 10-15, 10-15.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah. We're not going
Sounds
to get
good.
too wild now.
You
A bunch
ever-
of boats
you ever-
going 80 miles an hour is not a good idea.
You ever been in a shotgun start?
No. Well,
Tough, dude.
I mean, kind of, right? Our local derbs, dude, they go, oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. It's a shotgun. Just shoot off an air horn or something.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
let everyone go.
PSA: if you are fishing the inland sea tournaments here, the last person to show up at the ramp and signs up calls the numbers. So, learned that lesson the hard way. But
Sorry.
sorry, my bad.
Hey,
Um,
you live and you learn, bro. You
yeah.
live and you learn.
Yeah, no. I think I would see. I think I would rather have some of the money that is going into that go in the angler's pockets. But I get it.
There's $3 million plus dollars, and so, gosh, I could go on about this for days. I'm sorry. So, and he was also saying that if he had, if there was cooperation between MLF and BASS, he doesn't want a dime apparently. Like the guy doesn't want any money from MLF or BASS.
I don't blame him.
He doesn't want a dime. He would like cooperation from both of them to join him and say, hey, let's get in this together and we can all grow at once.
Yeah.
And that was a key to me, that this guy actually wants not only his brand to grow or his vision to grow, but he also wants the sport to grow, right? He
Sure.
wants both sides to roll, right?
Yeah.
And that spoke volumes to me.
Yeah, I think some of it too is marketing, right? Like you haven't built up the marketing end of it. I mean, you just
If he's
do a
got
quick
this
look.
much money, he's not dumb.
Right. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
No.
that his Instagram is 3,000 followers, right? Bass and MLF, it's a millions of people reach, right? So you tie in BASS, you tie in MLF, and they
Smart,
start
man.
promoting it, right? So I get it. I understand why you wouldn't ask for a
Everybody's helping
dime.
everyone.
And then, there would be some sort of deal there. I doubt they're going to do it for freebie, but I would say what happens there is if he's not taking a dime from either of them, he's able to maintain the creative, whatever you want to call it. Maintain his creative integrity of what he wants it to look like.
He has also said that if he reached out to both, MLF is kind of tossed him to the wayside, and BASS has gotten back to him. But he also understands that it's a busy time of the year, and they just started kicking off literally the busiest time of bass fishing right now. We're 2-3 weeks away from the Classic. They had their first tournament on Gville. They just got done, or they're currently at Lake Martin, which is just a Sabine Junior. Like 10 pounds a day is going to get you paid. Like, come on. And that's a whole production in itself. Like, I don't know, man. I guess at the end of the day, we can just move on after this, but I just hope it works and it gets more eyes on the sport.
100%. I think that's I think it will do that.
'Cause I love it.
Yeah.
I can't live without bass fishing, and I've dialed that in the last 4 to 5 years. I've done way less ice fishing. I've been an ice fishing fanatic since I was 3 years old, and ever since, I'm not gonna lie to you, ever since I started tournament fishing, just little derbs, our little local derbs, I cannot get it out of me. I can't.
It's the bug, dude. You have the bug.
I'm just a competitive person in nature. So, yeah, I do got it. I have a really bad disease of wanting to compete. That's it.
That's it, man. That's some. It's just once you get it, man, it's hard to get rid of it.
For sure.
All right,
What else do you want to talk about?
You want me to stop talking about this now?
A little bit, but not really. You know, I'm very, very intrigued about it, but whatever. I mean, we can see where it plays. Should we? What do you got? What do you got? Because we don't really have much to roll off of. Let's just let's shoot our shot in some fit baits.
Oh. These little guys.
I don't know if we should do this.
Why not?
You're killing me, Smalls. Come on.
Oh, I know why.
Okay, so for all the listeners that are just listening through audio, I'm sorry. You gotta just go look at this video or look at the video version. Right
I'll post.
Do you have one rigged up?
I don't have one rigged up. I was gonna open this pack, but I will post all the links to what we're looking at, and then if you've listened this far, I'm proud of you. All this gets posted on YouTube too, so I will post the minutes on here in the description of about where it lines up on the YouTube link, so you can take a look.
You continue to talk about fit baits, and okay. I'm gonna rig one up real quick.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So at the New England Fishing Expo that we went to a few weeks ago, we were walking around, and we were about 6 minutes into the show, and we walked into the Fit Baits booth. And came across these little guys. I don't know if you can see them all that well. There's kind of a glare. Luke's rigging one up right now, but if you don't know about Luke and I, we love throwing a tube. That's like one of our staples up here. Yep. And then so we found these little guys. They're like little mini tubes. They're 2.5 inches. But what makes them a little different than other tubes traditionally on the market is on the inside, there is a space molded for an additional plastic. So essentially, this is going to be really probably hard to see, but I will try my best. It's fitted. Instead of like a tube where it's a lot bigger and open all the way through, there's a little cut molded into this plastic. Small little tube. And it does a lot of very interesting things. Once Luke's done rigging this up here, we'll show you. You pair it with this here. It's called a javelin. Sorry. This is called the VIG. They call it the VIG. And then you pair it with what is called the javelin, which comes in a couple different sizes, a couple different colors. But honestly, like looking at the spacing of the top of that tube, you could put different baits into it.
I am currently rigged up with one. It doesn't look as good, but it needs to be in water. I'm holding it with a pair of pliers because I have fat fingers. But essentially, this is what you got. It's a Ned rig, right? On a Ned hook. And a half a tube.
Yeah.
And that's gonna sit. It's just...
Yeah, it all floats.
Everything floats. We've tested it. Not in the water, but in the sink.
Anyway. In a sink full of water.
Same deal. On your regular Ned head. On your regular Ned head, stuffed inside this half a tube. Unreal. Everything sits parallel when you toss it in the water. It's silly.
I love it. I think it's gonna catch him.
This is really
yeah.
I'm a traditional smallmouth guy that grew up smallmouth fishing in a river, and a tube is just a gigantic player in doing that. And I love throwing a tube. I got Colin on throwing a tube last year?
Yeah.
Year before?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, you're from Mass, and how many tubes do you throw in Mass? Not many.
Not many.
I got you throwing a little silly tube through the old weeds last year, and caught the snot out of them. So I guess what I would say about this is that you have everything of a traditional tube with the Ned that actually floats parallel with the bait.
I just think, I think it's a great combo. I think it's going to be a awesome shallow. I think it's going to play both. I think you can play shallow water, deep water. I mean, that doesn't need to be on a Ned. You can modify that to get into some deeper water. I think it's going to be a sweet bed fishing bait. On the bed, man, I think they're going to take 2 or 3 looks at that thing if that's gone.
Great Lakes finesse. Mini
there you
head.
go. Mini head. Yep.
The mini.
That's it, man.
Tube jig.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold it with my fat fingers. The mini jig fits perfect.
Yeah.
And what I love about this mini is that it's not your traditional upright 90-degree hook or line tie.
Mm-hmm.
It's at that angle, which allows that. Yeah, which allows that fish to get pinned. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my show winner as far as a bait that I haven't seen a ton of, or seen a lot of people making or coming out into like the big ocean of baits. So shout out to these guys.
To say about the fit baits, I haven't seen a Ned sit. So we have to get the guy from Fit Baits on, because I haven't seen a Ned sit parallel like that. A Ned, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Sit parallel like that. I don't know a bait that I throw sits like that. And what makes it so versatile, because you can stuff it in that half a tube, or what's it called? The
Vig.
The Vig. You can stuff it in there, or if you were to go throw that on a drop shot, it's sitting perfect. It literally, we put it in your parents' sink at their house, and it just, it wouldn't move.
Floated.
Like,
no.
It's just sitting straight, and I'm like,
dude, that little tail's got
Gross.
So much action to it, man. Like you like even it alone, like that bait alone on a Ned, it's great.
And here's just one more example. This is the Samatis bait Tomcat little jig.
Yeah, killer.
That's gonna be killer. It's got all that weight toward the head, right? And that's just gonna go boop.
Yep.
Standing up just like a craw, right? Like we're ready to fight. What more of a presentation do you want for a smallmouth guarding a bed or whatever, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm
excited for that one. I'm excited for that one. I don't. I'm hoping that it's like the next like 8 bait. But
it probably not. It's not trendy. It's not cool. But
I don't care. It can be the number 1 bait in my boat. It doesn't need to be trendy.
That sounds cool. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like,
yeah.
Killing
All right. You want me to do this one next?
Hit me. Yeah.
So, this is Yep. This is lead-free bass jigs. I'm going to butcher the name. I think they call it the hybrid jig. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. So, stick with me. But that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know how well you can tell on screen. That's all hair.
Yep.
Got a ton of hair in it. That just fills out the entire body of this jig. Really thin skirt, which I love. Real sharp, almost finesse-y type jig hook. Yeah, that's a pretty good look at it there.
What I like about that jig compared to other jigs is that, well, other jigs that incorporate the hair, I should say, is that they almost put the hair first, that it fills out the body, right? So when that jig goes underwater, it's going to poof and push that rubber skirt out and make it more of a fuller body.
Yeah.
If you put a trailer on that, like depending on the trailer that you put on that, I think you would be more beneficial to toss more of a slender profile on it. Okay.
Right, that's what I see it. Or like hollow tip worm.
Right.
Love it.
Or
love it on the back.
Maybe like a shorter minnow, like a Great Lakes finesse
Yeah.
minnow. Like I love those minnows, dude.
Little Ned bait
or whatever.
Yeah, something. I mean, that thing is loaded.
Yeah, I really do like it a lot, and the head on it is unique in itself.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is going to stand. Straight up.
And not exactly.
Barely
just sitting in your hand and sitting straight up.
Yeah.
So, not to mention, like, very cost effective.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this. This to me is going to be a really good early spring bite jig to me. And I love the color. I love anything with that purple blue kind of mix in there. It looks really blue on camera, but it's definitely a lot more purple here in my hand.
The PB&J color looking.
Yeah,
for sure. Especially on Champlain, where so many people are getting off the bank, I would say.
Yeah, offshore.
Deeper than
rock piles.
Deeper than 10 feet.
Yeah.
And
yep.
That's where your fish are coming from. They know they're getting their brains beat in up there, and I think we've exercised that depth pretty well. So I think if you're going to drag a jig, especially up on Champlain, like you gotta find that those hard spots and those deep weed lines, man. It's key. I really do.
This was another jig I really liked.
Is that from the guy Kentucky?
Yep. Trey Blocker is the gentleman's
Kentucky?
name. I think he's from Louisiana.
Louisiana.
I think he's from Louisiana. Yeah.
Freaking guy is a unit.
Yeah, he's funny. He's got some funny videos. Check him out. This is the jig that he's selling. It's a flipping jig, marketed as a flipping jig. I loved this color. It's a purple and orange, and it's got some black in it. It reminds me of Halloween.
Yeah.
It's just it's a jig color that I have not seen a ton of out on the market. But look at that head. Super thin.
Stuffed in a super thin compact.
This is a half ounce. I think he makes them up to 1.5 ounces. And it's got a super, super soft little brush guard on it, which I really like in a jig. So this is real soft, like big hook. So I'm excited to throw this around in some grass this year, down on Potomac, Chesapeake, that kind of area. Pretty sweet little idea. I think that's gonna pull through some grass really nice. So.
Oh, for sure. Especially the thick stuff down there. Like,
yeah.
Well, not thick stuff. I mean, because it doesn't get like thick, right? It's not Okeechobee, but it's like tangled.
Yeah. It's there's some mats that are thick.
Right.
Like you get into like all of Belmont, in the back of Belmont, and
it's a little different, right?
Yeah, so some of it's
dragging it through milfoil.
There's a fair bit of it. It's that'll be a good spot to test that out for sure. Especially like you get into a lot of spots over there too. It's like lily fields. You have these big thick lily fields with the big thick stalks on them and getting through all of those.
Throwing the frog.
Yeah, yeah. There's a reason why people down there and everyone's throwing the same thing.
Right.
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it until I went down there.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, you want to do like a little recap of the show? I mean, we haven't been on since the show.
Really? Yeah. It's been a busy few weeks for both of us, on and off.
Yeah.
I thought it was another great year. I've always liked that show ever since I was a kid. That to me has just been, it's good. You go and see a bunch of guys. I mean, I grew up in that area, right? So it's a lot of old faces that I don't see very often. Yeah, man. I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier. I think my favorite bait was probably this guy. With this jig probably being a close second. It's a lot of swim baits, man. Like if you're into the swim baits, like that's probably the place for you to be. I think
that's exactly what I was gonna say, because I think there were, at least in my book, I really do like the fit baits. I think that's probably, as far as soft plastics go, the winner of the show right there.
Yeah. It's a really cool
They had
design.
some really cool stuff, and not only cool, but like really cool thought out things, right?
Yeah.
Like who's thinking about putting a tube and a Ned together? Nobody. And dang, for the fishermen up north, you're like, hold on a second. This could be something.
Yep.
They love both. Here we are.
Right.
But anyway, I stopped at a couple booths. And I got a whole assortment of things behind me, but I'm gonna butcher the name. But the Stoneman and Sons They kind of do like custom art, not art, but like art on their jerk baits, traps.
Yes. Yeah, he had some
You
sweet
name
stuff.
it. When I say they had some sweet looking jerk baits, I cannot like emphasize that enough. Like their jerk baits look super sick. I'm just looking for more of a matte color.
I bet if you call him, he could probably hook you up.
I bet you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like I I I like those guys a lot. And I really like the show in general, right? Because it has more of a homey feel.
Yeah.
More of a hometown. Everybody's super nice. Of course they're all super nice. They're all trying to sell you shit. But
Right.
but no, like if you're walking in between booths, you're in the aisle, everyone's trying to move out of the way for you. Everyone's really nice to you. And I'd just like to give just a couple shout outs. Mr. Samatis himself, right? Like, dude makes some good stuff. He really
Yeah.
does. I love Samatis Spades. Um, yeah. Fit lures, fit baits. The Stoneman Sons, they're really nice people too.
Hmm.
They sit there and talk to you, and they're not trying to gouge you for jerk baits either.
Right.
Right. It was like, I think it was like $8-10.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not bad.
whatever. I can spend that. You're not going to buy and the body profile on them though,
Yeah.
real similar to something I know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Yeah.
might have me a couple, 2, 3 of them. Here comes springtime,
Yep.
and I don't know. I just really like the show. I like the people. Um, yeah, the decked guys.
The deck guys
Real
are great.
cool. Yeah,
Yep.
real cool people.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a great time.
I think Douglas had the deal of the show.
Oh, totally deal with the show. Let's give a shout out to Douglas Rod.
Coming in with the
Let's
van.
go.
With the
Yes,
van, dude.
sir. Park that van right in that sucker.
Right.
With
Yeah.
6
So-
rods, $300.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of history with Douglas. So one of the first trails
They
we
owed
ever
us
fished.
some money, okay?
They didn't owe us anything, dude. So the first trail that we ever fished together, travel around, was the Douglas Opens. That was right when we first met each other.
As a team.
As a team, right? So we hit the road together, whatever. We're out in Oneida. Wind's blowing like it always does out there. And I ended up stuffing a 6-footer or whatever. Maybe not 6-footer, but
Pretty
it was a
close.
good. It was a pretty good one. Folded the graphs back, and the engine stalled out, and we ended up shearing the water pump, the housing, it's completely sheared off. We went back to the ramp, and they were very gracious and let us come off for a mechanical issue. This was what, 2 minutes after blast off. I think they just called our number.
This was takeoff.
Takeoff, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So they let us come off and attempt to fix the problem, and we couldn't get it fixed, obviously, for that. But
Drop
they're
the
really good.
Lower unit in the parking lot.
Yeah, we dropped the lower. Yeah, they're really good to us. They offered us Duncan. They were great.
Great.
So they show up to the show in a van, like a Springer van. Douglas wrapped on the side, just a couple hundred rods in the back, all ready to go. So yeah, they ended up doing a 6 for 300 on the Arrow rods, and I want to say it was a 4 for 600 on the E Matrix, which I bought 6 of the Arrow rods. Very excited to run those this year. That's going to be awesome. And I did buy one of the E Matrix that they had on a closeout deal. So 7'10" spinning rod to go throw hair jigs and scope and do all sorts of good fun stuff with. So shout out to them. Those guys.
Drop
those
shot's
guys are
not dead. Sorry.
Okay. Dude, I can't do it anymore.
It needs to be in the
I forgot how. So yeah, big shout out to those guys. They were all great. Fished alongside a couple of them. Fished alongside DJ this year. So it's good to see all those guys again. And yeah, excited with some of the stuff. Here's a good. You're marketing rods at the right price. When I text my wife and say, hey, like, can I spend $300 at this show? And she's like, on what? I said on 6 rods. And she goes, damn, that's a good deal. Right? So I got those. So
that's a fact.
Yep. Yeah, that's shout out to Mr. Kenny for always throwing a great show. I know guys are mad about the parking and mad about some other stuff, and people are always mad about stuff. But you guys got your first snow in 10 years, so
yeah, you're welcome.
Happens, right? Sucks that it was the week of the show and the parking was limited, but we got a good walk in, and yeah, that's all I got about that. The service at 110 Grill across the street, great as always.
Killer
every time.
Every year.
What do you got on the docket this week?
What do I got on the docket this week? Oh my goodness gracious. I am getting ready to leave for North Carolina. Going down to Lake Norman.
See you later. Have fun with that.
Gonna go get warm, cold.
Yeah, warm, cold? Yeah, it's all right.
Cold, warm.
Cold, warm?
Because it's like kind of warm down there, but it's still cold. So, I don't know. I'm going down there. Got a house on the lake down there. We'll probably do a little. I'll probably end up bringing a rod. Do a little fishing.
Nice. Yep. We have our special guest for next week or not? We haven't heard yet.
Hold on. As you say that.
Stand by.
Following week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No. Okay. 2 weeks. We're going to have a super special guest on. Super excited to have him on.
Local hammer.
Local guy takes our money every weekend. So it'll be good to catch up.
Takes everyone's money. It's okay.
Takes everyone's money. So
might talk to his cousin, see if he wants to come talk to.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I do have a closing question, if that's all
okay.
right. This little question that came up, I was thinking about going to work this week. I was headed to work, and I just was thinking about this. I figured I'd give you a shout. And everyone out there, I encourage you to think about this. What does fishing give you? Think about this on an intellectual level, right? What does fishing give you? Because I had about a half-hour boat ride this morning to think about it.
What does fishing give me?
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple different answers. I got kind of like a sappy answer.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I got kind of a sappier answer. For me, a lot of it is my therapy. Right? Like it's quiet time. And I have a job that isn't always quiet. Right? Yeah. So I have used fishing for the past 10 years or so now to kind of bring some quiet into my life. a lot of guys give me flack and bust my chops. Totally okay and totally warranted. I fish by myself a lot, right? And there is a reason for that. And it's not because I don't like fishing with other people. It's not because I don't like taking guys out on my boat. It's because I use it as quiet time to reflect on what's going on. And I'm an only child, right? So I didn't have brothers and sisters growing up. So you had to learn to entertain yourself, right? And that's not 100% true. I grew up very close to my cousins. Like they're the closest thing I have to brothers and sisters. It may not be like on the family tree, but they are my brothers and sisters, right? But there's days where we're at hockey or they were at practice or whatever, and you got to go learn to entertain yourself. So that was fishing. Like ever since I was little, Dad, can we go fishing? Dad, can we go fishing? And then like I got a bike, dude. PVC rod holders on the back peg, in between the pegs, and I'd go hit every little stream, every little pond, everything that I could ride my bike to. I'd go ride my bike. You can ask my cousin Brendan, man. We used to meet halfway. I'd drive all the way across North Attleboro, go out to where he lived, and just how it was. We'd go fish the pond, and so yeah, I it's a couple things for me. Definitely that end, and then there's the other end of like I grew up as a super competitive dude. Like I still am.
Yeah. For sure.
I wrestled competitively. I played rugby in college competitively. I fished competitively since I was 14, 15 years old. So it kind of helps scratch that little competitive itch that not everybody, but a lot of us have, right? A lot of us are never going to be professional sports players, right? And I sure wasn't either. So after high school, man, like there isn't a whole lot of options. Like unless you want to be super competitive in your work or intramural or whatever you want to call it, adult league type stuff, right? To itch that competitive bug, and I think it's healthy, right? As long as it doesn't turn into like you don't want it to impact your life or your family. But yeah, man, I can't imagine my life without fishing. Like it's just been so long.
I agree.
Yeah.
If that's your explanation, then hey, I commend
you
for that. Like that.
Yeah.
It's such a special thing. So what does BP say? Like, you have to be obsessed, right?
Especially at their level, yeah.
I am so obsessed with a fish. Doesn't matter. I can catch a goldfish out of a mud puddle.
Yeah.
I'm so obsessed with a fish that if I go too long without it, it makes me sick.
Yeah. He talks about it's the bite. That's his big thing. I was getting the bite. Yeah.
And for me, what this fishing do for me, it keeps me sane.
Yeah.
It makes me whole. I say that as like we all have our support system, right? Like I have my wife, I have my kids, I have my parents, I have my in-laws, I have you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, when you need to clear that brain, it's that fish.
Yeah, man.
I cannot live without it. Never will. I won't. So it makes me a whole person. Fishing makes me a whole person.
Yeah. That's it, man. It's like
I'm a simple boy. There's not much to me. I'm sorry. But like fishing or it just makes me who I am. I have to say, I've been fishing since I could walk. My dad and my grandfather, my uncles, um, especially living up here, I've been ice fishing, and so like I never grew up bass fishing. I grew up ice fishing and fishing off of cliffs for big old lake trout in Lake Champlain.
Mhm.
Spend my whole life. I can do it with my eyes closed. It's not anything to me, whatever. But I need that.
Mhm.
It's the worst drug on earth for me.
Yeah, dude.
Straight up.
Honestly, it's probably cheaper.
Probably not. I got
uh,
5
I know.
packs of Sakamoto shads that says
I'm saying drugs are cheaper.
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I got it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It it's so part of me that I couldn't live without it.
Yeah.
And that's
I
my
want to.
answer.
Yeah. I like it. So now you got me thinking of stuff. And he's never going to see this, but it should be talked about. I want to give a huge shout out to Hank Cherry. So Hank Cherry.
Oh, here we go.
So for the people that are still listening, also proud of you for still listening.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hank Cherry won $100,000 this year fishing. Right? Last week. Pretty neat. For the guys that pay attention to the sport, like winning a Bassmaster Elite event is a huge thing, and you get a really you get the stage, right? And you can go and you can talk about anything that you want. You could thank your sponsors. You could do whatever. You could do a dance. You could do a backflip, and he spends a lot of his time when he gets the opportunity to talking about supporting veterans, supporting first responders, and he almost always mentions that before he mentions anything else. So I was watching it this weekend, and he was talking about some of the stuff with the first responders and the veterans, and I just want to say thank you to him for reaching out on that stage. We have guys that are struggling, so always reach out, always talk to somebody. You can reach out to me. I get it. So take care of yourselves. Take care of the crap between your ears, right? And at the end of the day, like, we can always reach out to me. I seriously 100% send me a message. I work in an industry that understands. So that's what I got.
Yeah, and he won $100,000 on a chartreuse grub.
On a chartreuse grub, dude. Crazy. I love it.
Baby.
Old school's back, baby. Let's go. Right.
And you know how many people made that grub? About 300 people.
Yeah. Well, they're saying he was saying. I saw a video that he posted. I'm coming out of his mouth. He posted a video afterwards that said the grub that he's fishing is different than other grubs on the market, and they are going to start producing it and putting it into bags and selling it to the public.
Everything that Hank Cherry is saying, it's not all these BS things that are coming out of.
Yeah.
Oh, I made this grub. I made this grub. No, you made this grub. No, I made this grub. Give me a break.
Listen, I'm excited. I'm excited for Hank Cherry's grub. Whenever it comes out, I'm gonna buy it back. And it's gonna hang right here. You guys are gonna see it. It's gonna. I'm gonna give it a little name tag. No, I'm gonna give it a little name tag. It's gonna be Hank Cherry's grubs, and it's gonna sit right here.
You know what we catch up north with grubs? Walters,
dude. Panfish.
Right.
And
that's fine. But I commend him, and I enjoyed watching the last Elite Series event. I haven't been tuning into the previous Elite Series event. I've been slammed at work, but fantasy fishing team is kicking butt. So
True. Good pick this week.
I think from here on out, I think you and I should probably do a fantasy fishing standoff for the old pot. Little 1-2.
I'm in.
All right.
All right. Next week.
Your boy's been playing for years, so.
Oh, you're gonna smoke me, dude. I was just gonna give you the whole bit. I was gonna say that's your bit, and you can just give us the status report. But if you want to go, dude,
let's do it.
I gotta put it in my notes, and then put it in my calendar. Okay, I will do that, and we'll go back and forth on it next show.
All right.
Cool. All right, we're an hour and 10 minutes, so a little longer than usual. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna meet up hopefully next week. I got a couple ideas for some guests. I don't know. Luke's traveling, so you might get Luke, you might not. You might just get me. You might get a guest. Luke's here, so I have a couple ideas for guests next week to fill in, and then we have one planned in 2 weeks. So, cool.
Like it. So
I think you guys are going to really enjoy it, and enjoy the rest of the week. Stay warm. A few more weeks of snow for us northern guys, and all you southern boys down there. I hope you keep catching them because it's sure fun watching you do it.
Santee, 28 pounds wind derb.
Whoa.
Yup.
Tough. All right, bud.
All right, buddy.
Peace.
See ya.